radio. Shout it.
Come on. Now, this is my other question, though. You doing these arenas and stuff, but, man, talk to me about the confidence that it takes to do this stuff, man. Because, I mean, a lot of niggas out here just scared, though, Los.
I don't know why.
But, because it's called, public speaking is the number one fright or fear of every human being. Nobody wants to speak in public. So, was this something that came natural to you, or is this something that you built up?
I ain't never been shy of no shit like that. That's why I told you I always felt like this was a natural progression for me. Mm-hmm. I'm from the project, man. Mm-hmm. I'm real project. Eastview Projects in Oxford, Mississippi. I'm already from one of the poorest states in the United States. And then to come from the projects of the poor. Nigga, how poor was I? I'm in the poorest project. Nigga. So it's like, that's where I come from, though. One way in, one way out. Horseshoe type setup where it's like, whether you speaking in public or not, everybody know what you talking about. I'm from a small community in Oxford, Mississippi. It ain't one person in my city that I don't know. You get what I'm saying? So it's like everything you said was kind of public because they knew what you was talking about.
Yeah. One of the things that I say, though, about coming out of projects and just humble beginners in general, I find that people have post-traumatic stress to poverty. Mm. How do you deal with saying I'm never going back there again?
Man, how do you deal with it?
Yeah, mentally, because you trying to move forward, but then you making money, but then you like, I got to make more money because I never want to go back there again.
Anybody who's ever been from the hood that ever had any type of money will tell you about the internal guilt that you feel.
Yeah.
Just by having and knowing the people, knowing what that amount of money means to where you come from.
Exactly.
So it's like you do feel a slight guilt where you be like, well, damn, do I really need to spend all this on me?
Even though you work for it.
Right. I want to help, but then you start to notice that it's like some situation, no amount of money can help.
Yeah.
And it's just like how much of your blessing are you don't want to mess your blessing up trying to be somebody else's blessing. Mm-hmm. You just have to, it's stressful, my dog. Yeah. Especially trying to, coming from where you coming from, and then knowing what can happen for at the wrong situation. You don't want to put nothing in nobody's face and make yourself a target. You get what I mean? So it's just, it's a fucked up position to put yourself in the middle of. Mm-hmm. To like knowing what you came from and knowing where you're trying to go.
Exactly.
But I ain't never been no type of person where it's like I wanted to be seen for what I had. I want to be known for what I do.
For what you do. Now, when it comes to the business side of things, though, Karlous, how do you feel being a businessman with your talent? Because you got a lot of people out here that are looking for work.
Right.
And you got some people out here who are creating work.
Well, this is the most important thing I've learned is having your business straight will make you money.
Exactly.
You get what I mean? It's like you don't have to have a certain amount of money to go talk to an accountant.
Exactly.
You need to do that shit before all the money comes.
Exactly.
You need to go talk to a lawyer why you can afford one.
Exactly.
When you don't want to go looking for no lawyer when you got a $5 million deal on the table. You want to build that relationship before you get to that point. So having all your business in order, it really makes people handle you as business.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I try to avoid a whole lot of them. Hey man, how much you charging for a show? It's like that ain't even. I'm not doing that no
exactly.
more. I've graduated to another level. Now, if you really want me for a show, you can call this person, my agent, or you can call my manager and send a deposit and send a contract.
Exactly.
But, a lot of like street business, the deposit is the contract, and that's why you see a lot of people online like that nigga owe me, that nigga owe me. Like nah, bro. And then you get to looking at the paperwork, like technically you owe him
exactly
because you didn't read the contract.
Oh my God! Oh my! You ain't never lied about that, Karlous.
And that's the one thing I hate about the entertainment industry is seeing how they can get us. They don't just get the rappers. They get the singers, they get the actors, they get the comedians, they get the everybody. Everybody leave the game broke. You get what I mean? Like I brought up 99 and 2000. Remember Cash Money Records said they coming over, they the Cash Money millionaires.
Exactly.
You know how many niggas went broke trying to keep up with the Cash Money millionaires?
A bunch of them.
Go watch some videos. Everybody was good.
Exactly.
Everybody was rich.
My
but
God.
them niggas was rich for real. They still the millionaires.
Exactly.
They about
still,
4 of them niggas left. What Jay-Z said, ain't nobody really moving units but Pimp Juice and us.
Come on.
He was not lying. Because at the end of the day, I mean, they still moving units.
You ain't never lied about that. Speaking of them units being moved, man, I mean, talk about the merch and then just, you know, the branding of the 85 South show and just how y'all turned that into another revenue stream, but then also as a way for your fans and supporters to be able to get down with the movement.
That's the number one thing about it, though. It's like the merch it's not, we never looked at the merch like a check.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? The merch was, I need something to put my hand on. I need, like I said, people need to be able to touch you.
Exactly.
They need to feel like they're a part of your movement, so they can say, "I remember when y'all had them T-shirts."
Come on.
I've been. This how long I've been down. So it's like the merch is a reference point, and then when you got some dope ass merch, and it ain't just it ain't
Come
just
on.
one of them ones you could just go grab.
Come
and
on.
Everybody done threw their print on it. It's like you said, handling business, and it take time and going through the process. But once you learn the process, you get a certain standard of quality, and that's what you want. Because anybody could go buy a hoodie and throw a print on it.
Yeah.
But it's like when you look and you see we got our own tags.
Exactly.
We got our own packaging, and it show up nice in your mailbox, and when you come home and it's sitting on the porch and you see that logo, you like,
that's it.
Yeah.
So now, they say all comedians have a dark side, Karlous. When you ain't laughing and telling jokes, you somewhere acting a goddamn fool.
Yes. That's the craziest part about being a comedian, bro. It's like sometimes you say some of the best shit.
Yeah.
And you have to try to figure it out. Like, this shit was so great. I shouldn't even be talking to y'all right now. That's $1 million joke. But yeah, I don't necessarily know if I have a dark side. I mean, you don't ever want to see me mad or no shit like that. But I've seen a lot of comedians who do have a dark side, and it's not necessarily that they have a dark side to the point where they practicing witchcraft or nothing. But shit, the tongue is more powerful than the sword.
Yeah,
the tongue is mightier than the sword. So
yeah,
that's the dark side that people always refer to. Is like you don't want to fuck with this type of person because he could say something that could really impact you for the next few years. Really have you reevaluating yourself. Comedians, we real unfiltered. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we hit that nerve that a lot of people living in that safe space where they don't have to hear nothing that they don't like.
Yeah.
Or don't nobody never tell them who they really are or what how they make people feel.
Exactly.
Hey man, you an asshole.
Yeah.
But they just, like you said, people have to be in certain spaces where they just be tolerated, and nobody had that to be able to say, this is how you make people feel. This is you. We really get to hold the mirror up to society.
Yeah.
And that's the dark side, because a lot of people don't want to hear that real shit.